everyone, and welcome to the GameBrew podcast. We are back from our holiday vacation, ready to talk more game stuff. I'm here with Steven, aka Ireland, and Dan, aka The Big Show. I am Daniel, aka Eisendale. So, how are you guys doing today?
Dan, you go first, right?
Oh my gosh. We went over this before the podcast started.
I knew I was supposed to go first. Now I'm going to talk over Dan just because it messes with me.
You go.
I'm good. I'm doing all right. It was a happy new year.
Yes. It was a lovely winter break. Enjoyed myself. Enjoyed a lot of couch time. Caught up on a lot of media things. So feeling good. How about you, brother?
Doing good. Do you guys have any New Year's resolutions?
Stay alive. Don't die.
I'm already the peak of manhood and humanity, so I have no resolutions.
There we go. Okay. I don't have any New Year's resolutions. But for this episode, we want to talk about, since it is the beginning of the new year, we want to talk about some releases that are coming out this year, some stuff that we're excited for. So guys, before we get into it, grab your brews and crack them. Cheers. Tink.
Nice.
So I'm actually taking it slow today. I'm doing a sparkling water. What are you guys doing?
Those are the kids, bro. I love those.
I'm also taking it slow with a Budweiser, but it's a Christmas doggy, so it makes me happy.
I'm going through the treasure cove of beers that people have left at my home. So this is a Busch Light Apple, which I've never heard of before.
Nice.
Ooh, is that good?
It's actually pretty good. I chugged one during our disastrous pre-show meeting, and it's actually going down pretty smooth.
Isn't it technically a seltzer, or am I tripping?
It tastes like a beer to me. Kind of like an apple cider. I'm assuming is what's going on here.
That's sick.
Yeah.
And
Go with apple cider.
And so before we get into 2022, I'm going to put you guys on the spot. And what was your favorite game of 2021?
Favorite released game or game that we played in 2021?
You can do both. Whatever will help you formulate one.
Well, released game, I would definitely say Metroid Dread was the one that I was looking most forward to and met expectations, if not exceeded them. The game that I had the most fun playing that I wasn't really ready for was Mario Party Superstars.
Hey.
Like that was actually a wild trip, and thank you, Dan, for making me get it.
Well, if only some other garbage person would buy the game. I'm still playing the hell out of that game, by the way. Like, I don't know.
I know Taylor was on earlier today playing it as well.
Yes, bro. I'm smashing that game. 2021. Can I be kind of garbage and say Pokemon Unite?
No, I think that's legit.
That
it was really fun. It was a flash in the pan, though.
Yeah, that's true. I probably haven't played it in like 2 months, but I mean, we played a lot of Pokemon.
Yeah, it was fun for a hot second.
Once I got Master Rank, I just lost all interest in it, honestly.
Yeah, it was a little repetitive.
Pokemon, maybe Mario Party. I mean, I didn't. Excuse me. I didn't buy too many games, so yeah, I'll probably go Mario Party / Pokemon Unite.
I've been on a Zelda kick right now, so I don't know if that's fair to say, but I liked the release of Skyward Sword, and now I'm finally playing Breath of the Wild, so those are good. Yeah.
I think I may have played Breath of the Wild in 2021, or maybe it was last year. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it was this year, but yeah, it was hella fun.
I'm so shocked that game is picking up steam still, because we're on going into year 5 for that game. So that's pretty lit.
People continue to get Switches, and they're just going to keep going through the library, you know. I still haven't played Odyssey.
Pick up Odyssey
Yeah,
next time you're over here from me. It's a great game.
I don't know if this game came out in 2021, but I played it in 2021. But Little Nightmares, it is a little cheap game off the shop. I love that
You're
game
who's
so
buying
much.
those
Little
games.
Nightmares 2.
Little
You
Nightmares
what?
is old.
So you're who's buying these games?
Oh
Our
no.
games on the freaking eShop.
Yeah, I guess that spins well into our topic.
Wait, before we do, can we real quick hit like what we've been playing slash watching over the past month?
Yes.
Because after our last episode, so our last episode, if anybody remembers, was our League of Legends Arcane review. So so I watched that. I'll give it a 4.5 out of 5. It was hella good. My wife is into it. She's like, when season 2 coming out? She likes it. I played Doom. I don't which Doom is that, Steven?
That is Doom 2016.
Doom 2016. I'm also gonna give that a 4.5 out of 5 because that was hella sweet. I finished Knights of the Old Republic. I'm gonna give that a solid 3 out of 5. I want to give it a 2 out of 5 because I feel like the port. But I've just been waiting to play that game for like literally like over 10 years since I was a poor gamer who was never able to like pony up the money for it back in the day. It was supposed to be like a classic, an all-timer for Star Wars fans, and it was just all right. I thought the port was kind of weak, honestly.
I feel like a lot of people say that about Switch ports, and it feels bad, but 2016 is a Switch port, so it can be done correctly, in my opinion.
Yeah, that game was hella fun, bro.
So Steven, what have you been playing or watching?
I've been bouncing around. I got further in Pokemon Diamond, so that's good. I consider that a port from the DS, so I think it's a great port. It's the same game, so people will take the give and take with that. I have been playing a little bit more of the Switch Online stuff with the N64. My son went poop on the potty, so he got the N64 back. So we've been playing a little bit of Rayman 2 on the N64, so that's a classic. And then I think that's it. I did just buy the Power Rangers fighting game Super Edition, Battle for the Grid. I'm very excited to pick that up because that looks like it has a lot of
Nice.
fun story elements to it, so I'm kind of curious how they do that.
Nice. We've really into Mario Tennis for the N64. We're trying to get Shy Guy. It's been really hard. And then Breath of the Wild, Pokemon, but the show I have been obsessed with and I've been getting everyone to watch it is Yellow Jackets. I love it so much. It's a 1996 girls high school soccer team. They're going to nationals and their plane crashes and they have to survive in the wild. Is really well done. And so going into 2022, what are some of those games that are coming out, Baldwin?
Putting me on the spot here. Okay, cool.
Put you on the spot. He's been doing the research.
Yeah, so so basically, so in terms of your AAA titles, and these are all confirmed, I guess, sort of. So Pokemon Legends Arceus?
Arceus.
Arceus. Oh, excuse me.
The god
Kirby and
Pokemon?
Excuse me. Kirby and the Forgotten Land. We're getting Splatoon 3. Mario plus Rabbids, Sparks of Hope. Pac-Man Museum. I don't know what's up with that. We're getting Breath of the Wild 2 and Bayonetta 3. So those are your AAAs, and then there's
On the Switch.
on the Switch. And then Fall Guys. You know, we can kind of talk about that. You guys can maybe riff on Pokemon while I see if I can rustle up a couple of these other ones.
Yeah, so I'm really looking for Arceus. I think, Dan, if it's one to bring you into the Pokemon franchise, this might be the one to do
This
it.
would be it.
It looks like they
Yeah.
kind of stole the Breath of the Wild team, and they're like, make us a Pokemans, and it has a lot of open world elements to it. So that's like traditional gamer stuff, and it looks like it's a little less Pokemon and more like new, fresh ideas. So we'll see how well
Adventure.
Game Freak does with that. They're not known for fresh new ideas, but maybe they're pulling it out here, and then they will have a really good Pokemon game to start the year off.
Okay, cool. Are any of those other ones picking or sounding out to you? That
Of
was a weird way
course,
to phrase that.
Breath of the Wild 2 I'm excited for. I
Okay.
almost wish they would have held off on it because Breath of the Wild 1 was such a new game. It was very like
Departure.
groundbreaking in the Zelda world. Yeah. And I feel like the second one should be equally as like grandiose. And they have forgotten the Twilight Princess storyline, so I wish they would go and do a sequel to that one and then come to Breath of the Wild.
Well, I can say since no, okay,
That's
Steven,
a
say that
foul.
time out there.
Yeah. Well, why are you saying that they need to do something equally as revolutionary as Breath of the Wild? Like, that's not reasonable at all. Like, you cannot, like, that's redefining the genre, and then everyone has emulated, like, Halo is emulating Breath of the Wild. Like, everything is emulating Breath of the Wild. They're like, Nintendo, you better do it again. Don't you dare don't you make another game unless it's just as groundbreaking as Breath of the Wild. Nah, man, no.
Exactly.
That's not reasonable.
It is
That's your 8K Switch request looking like no.
Yeah. I am excited they are making another Zelda game for the Switch, which they don't usually do. Usually it's a one and done type of thing, so
Yeah, maybe we're due for a Legend of Zelda specific episode. But so this was my first Zelda game. I played Majora's Mask for approximately 15 minutes when I was a child. I think, what was that, on the GameCube, I want to say?
N64.
64? Yeah, okay. That's
but there was a GameCube version of it.
Okay. Maybe that was it. But yeah, I mean, that was awesome. Was that not their most like successful game? I mean, so I had played
Ocarina of Time,
was the most
the
successful one?
prequel to that. Steven, I'm talking about the collection disc, which had
Oh
Ocarina
yeah,
of Time.
fine. That's
What I'm saying.
valid.
He might have
wasn't
played it on
released
the GameCube.
because they've actually done this a lot, including with Breath of the Wild, is that they use Zelda as like a bridge title between console releases. So that's what I thought you were implying, that they released Majora's Mask on the N64 and the GameCube at the same time, which they
No.
have done with titles, but I don't think they did that with Majora's Mask. So I was pretty confused by that statement.
No.
Yeah, but I mean, for Breath of the Wild, I mean, that was I mean, the hype for Breath of the Wild was just, and maybe that's just the way things are now, but I mean, the hype for Breath of the Wild was like insane, and I actually felt it left. What am I trying to say? Met the hype.
It lived up to the hype.
Lived up to the
Yeah.
hype.
It met expectations, very high expectations.
It did. Well,
Actually
they
had expectations. It was a really good intro.
they had- they had people at the edge of their seat because they teased it years before it came out. It was actually supposed to come out for the console before the Switch, but the creator was like, I like it. The
Wii U.
Yeah. The
console that shall not be
creator-
named.
Right. The creator of
Ew.
the Zelda was like, I like on Skyrim that you can see a mountain and you can go to it, but he's like, you can't climb every mountain in Skyrim. And so he wanted it to be completely explorable.
Which paid off. I do think that
Yeah.
the Wii version is like very fine, so I'm kind of surprised that they didn't just like hold out on the Wii U console with that as a title to kind of like stimulate the buys for, because I mean, it was a system seller for the Switch, so it might have done that for the Wii U, but like since we're on this timeline, I take it just because I think it's been a big part of why the Nintendo Switch was so successful, was because it had Breath of the Wild as an early title.
So Splatoon 3, Bayonetta 3, are those getting some trequels? We'll call them trequels.
Trequels. I like that word. I actually kind of want to
Yeah,
circle
yeah.
back on that list a little bit to Kirby and the Forgotten Lands. That looks
Sure.
really stellar. And I think Daniel,
Yeah.
you'll be really hypey for that. But Kirby hasn't had like a really good entry in a while, from what I can tell. I haven't played a Kirby game since 64 for real. I know All Star Allies had some fans, but it was really a kids game. But this looks like it's a fantastical journey through a magical world. So I'm really more interested in that than I have been in the past.
When I think Kirby, I honestly think Smash Brothers. Like apparently they made Kirby games, like maybe for like the DS and stuff like that. But I don't remember any like AAA console type Kirby game.
I think
I didn't play the platformers for the Switch and stuff, but I did play it for the Game Boy, and I loved those games. They were very good side-scroller games.
Yeah, I think the Game Boy Advance was the last time that you found like some really good traditional Kirby games. I don't think this will fall into that category, as it is more of a 3D Kirby game. I think it takes more from the Crystal Shards on the 64 than it does from anything else, and I'm really excited for that. And I think it has a lot of the elements that made Odyssey really good. So if it gives me the same joyride that something like Super Mario Sunshine or Crystal Shards or Odyssey does, I think that's a success for that series.
Yes, it looks like they just combined Odyssey and Kirby 64, and I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I'll take that. Here's my money.
Okay, very good, very good. All right, so
Splatoon, I have played Splatoon once. I enjoyed it. I think it is a good solution for a shooter game, and they came up with their own concept where I enjoy, like, not only is it for like getting kills, but it's also like who covers the area with the paint, which is like a whole new strategy. So I think they did a good job. It's not my cup of tea, but I think it serves its purpose well.
it probably would be a lot better if the beat a dead horse another couple of times. If the online was a coherent experience, it'd probably be something worth talking about.
Yeah, Splatoon 1 and 2 were really fun. I don't know if either of you ever played Jet Set Radio Future. That was for the Dreamcast. It has a lot of that same design elements, so it's very attractive to me as far as stylized elements work. So that like Japanese influenced like street punk like records beat kind of deal, like I like that a lot. So that's making me interested in your arena shooter, I guess is the way to call it. I'm more attracted to arena shooters than most. I would say even more than like a battle royale, but I found myself playing a lot of battle royale, so that's I guess a mute point. But it's a strong title, and I think on the Switch with you have to have a good amount of players for it to be fun, because if you gotta wait like 10-15 minutes to get into a match and it's a 5-minute match, it's boring. So that's what it's going to take, is like they need a large install base right out the gates for that to be a really fun game.
Okay, so let me hit you with two, well, maybe one more. Did you know they're making a new Sonic game? Proper 3D Sonic Adventure style game?
Yeah, I saw that they teased that, but it was just a teaser, right? I haven't seen any more information about it.
Scheduled for holiday 22.
Do you think it's going to coincide with the movies now?
Mm-hmm.
Because they are making another movie.
Yeah, it's coming out, and that is it a Sonic blockbuster? The movie was great. I like the first movie.
I like the movie.
Dan, you haven't seen it.
Yeah.
I haven't. You know what? I mean, you know me. I'm kind of curmudgeon on stuff. I typically wait until somebody recommends it. But you know what? I will give them credit, and I probably should have watched it because they responded to the fan backlash of how garbage Sonic looked, and they actually changed it. So I probably should watch it. Plus, like Jim Carrey, I think was Dr. Robotnik. So
yes, and he did a good job. And now they have Idris Elba as Knuckles. So you were.
Get out, bro. That's so funny.
It's great. Go watch the trailer and you'll die.
Are they gonna have freaking Michael Cera as Tails?
Oh, I don't know whose Tails, but that would be funny. I think they got one of the voice actors. I think they got a game voice actor for Tails, but I don't know.
That's awesome. Heck yeah, bro.
Oh my god.
Okay, cool. So apparently we're getting a Lord of the Rings Gollum game.
I don't care.
Hey, man, I'm just throwing it out there. Okay, okay. All right. Daniel, is that anything for that one?
I'm not a big Lord of the Rings fan.
Really? Okay, cool. All right,
There was one that I think played for the PlayStation 2. It was
Two
pretty fun.
Towers.
It
Yep,
was a
Lord of the
co-op.
Rings, Two Towers. I know exactly what you're talking about. That's the
That
only
one
game
was
worth
pretty
playing.
fun.
I like to consider that, like, if that game company didn't get the license to the IP, it would just be a Gauntlet game, and then I think I would have liked it more as a Gauntlet-like game, but, you know, whatever. Lord of the Rings to make it sell. Fine.
Bro, how freaking fun was that game? That falls into the exact same category as Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Yeah.
Valid.
Or just Star Wars Battlefront in general.
Yeah.
Because it was actually the same concept. I think it probably got made in response to Battlefront, if I'm not mistaken.
What?
Actually.
They're very different games.
It's kind of like
Pretty
it's kind of like Battlefront meets Dynasty Warriors, I guess is a way to look at it.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
All I know is
Sorry.
you had a champion, and like you were either playing a champion or you were playing like a regular dude, and you captured points, and it felt very Battlefront to me.
I don't know if we're talking
This
about
one
the
was
same
like a
game.
story. I don't think we're talking about the same game.
Yeah, maybe we're not, but it was the Lord of the Rings game. It was around that time period, but I digress. Okay, I'll move on. Okay, so how about two strategy games? Advance Wars. They're making a new Advance Wars, and then Mario plus Rabbids, which apparently is hella popular. I've never played it.
Yeah, they're two like tactical genres that I'm not familiar with. Nor do I
don't think.
care to be familiar with them, if I'm going to be
Yeah, I don't
completely
think
honest.
you're really into that genre, which I kind of am. So I've been thinking about getting into the Mario plus Rabbids thing and Advance Wars actually. So this is interesting that they're making two new ones.
Mario Rabbids, the first game, goes on sale for like $15 like all the time, so I would play it for that price.
And it is always at the top of the list for games sold on the Switch.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
Can I interest you in Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga?
I like the Lego games.
I'm kind of triggered that they're calling it that, but
Oh no.
but I like the Star Wars Lego games a lot, and I'm assuming those are just ports of all of the previous Lego games in one collection. So I'm guessing that's going to release for $60. That's really worth it. That's really, really worth it.
Those were fun games.
Yeah, because if you're doing all 9 Lego games, well, I don't know how they broke down the Lego games. I think they might have like lumped some of the movies into different games, but I'm assuming when you say the Skywalker Saga, it's all of at least the good ones, and I guess the sequels will be in there too.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I thought they made like one per trilogy.
That might be correct. So it's 3.
They made like another one for the Clone Wars.
That could be correct.
Yeah.
I don't know. It sounds like a lot of games in one game, so I'm fine. Like that might be a pretty decent pickup, especially if it goes on like a sale for like $40 or something.
Yes. So this package will incorporate all 9 Star Wars films.
Cool.
So, that was kind of fun there. So there's a game called Marvel's Midnight Suns, which apparently has gone through development hell. Actually, let's call this segment the development hell segment. Sure. So we've got Marvel's Midnight Suns.
Don't care.
We've got Fall Guys, and there's one more that I'm gonna look for. If you guys have anything on those,
Metroid Prime 4.
Metroid, yes, Metroid.
I would be shocked if we
Fall
saw.
Guys missed its mark.
Yeah, it's too late. Like, I think you'll get some people to play, but I don't know. Like, see, it's hard to say because as many people as has the Switch, it might be a really good stimulus to their player base. So,
yeah,
we'll probably see a trailer
like...
for Metroid. I feel maybe E3.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I really think Metroid Prime 4 is going to be 2024, and I'm sorry if I get like murdered in the streets for saying that, but I just don't see it coming out in 22 or even 23, unfortunately, with them starting over just last year or 2019. I can't remember. They just recently started over, so take your time. I don't care. Now, I think they'll re-release the Metroid Prime trilogy on the Switch, especially after they close down the Wii U eShop. So that would be a great time to do that. That would buy you a little bit, because those games aren't short by any means. So release that trilogy in 22.
Cool. Okay, so how about the I don't know what you want to call it, arcade style games? Looks like we're getting a new Cuphead game.
No, really?
And yeah, new Cuphead game, new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game.
I'm excited about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game. I'm aware of that one. Oh, sorry, Jesus. That's like a true arcade style game that's new, so I like that a lot. And that's fun. Like I think the last arcade Ninja Turtle game I played was on like the Genesis or something. So that'd be cool to see.
I think we played the I guess you'll call it a port that they put out on the Xbox Live Arcade. Do you remember that?
I think this is a sequel to that, if I'm correct.
Okay. Yeah.
Or a
Yeah,
spiritual
same style.
successor. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shredder's Revenge or whatever.
Yeah. Did I bring up the Marvel Midnight Sun?
We can skip that because no one cares about that.
Well, apparently it's a
Garbage.
oh no, it kind of looks like
Trash.
It kind of looks like they're giving like an Eternals vibe to it, but I see Wolverine, so it looks like they are. Apparently, it's a comic. It's a comic story, which is pretty promising.
Like honestly, anything that I think goes through development hell from Disney's side of anything is not good. Because that means
there's a specific reason.
Right. It sounds to me with the Marvel games, and I'm really triggered that the Guardians of the Galaxy game got any kind of like credence from the Game Awards. But not that I've played the game or can speak to it at all, but I don't. The Avengers game or like.
That's just what I was going to bring up. Apparently, the Avengers game was a huge
It's awful.
flop.
It was awful. So, and you can tell that it's just like, we have a game slot. We're going to get a lot of people on it. We're going to pump money into it. We want money out of it. And we're going to have our fingers in it as corporate overlords. So, I don't care about any Marvel game ever, probably. I'm very disenfranchised with the superhero genre in general. So, hard pass.
Yes, very hard pass. Daniel, RIP for Fall Guys?
Yep. I liked it. I enjoyed it, but
It's too late.
I don't know.
I would love to play it.
I think it would be fun. It was good to play a few times, but it does get a little repetitive. But I enjoyed it. It'll have its good resurgence.
Yeah, maybe that's something that'll live a little better on the Switch.
I feel like it.
That's
might.
where it should have been. But Sony. A question.
Should have been cross-platform.
Day one.
Everything. Yeah.
Day one. Daniel, the Bayonetta series.
I have never played it.
Right, you're the only person that owned a Wii U and you didn't play it, so I have questions.
Okay.
Why didn't you play it?
I don't know. It seems like it'd be up my alley. Like it's spirits and stuff, right?
I have no like I've watched a little bit of it. It's one of those like what the fuck is going on video games. It's like really flashy and it's like I would call it like a Metal Gear kind of. Yeah, Ninja Gaiden Metal Gear, like, oh, it's a stealth samurai. Oh my god, there's mechs. Horizon Zero Dawn, like what the hell is happening kind of thing.
Kind of like female Devil May Cry.
Sure.
Taylor like talked yeah, Taylor talked down on it so much where I was kind of like, it is kind of odd. It's very sexual. Like, the more damage you take, you just like start losing all your clothes, and then like you do like poses and stuff. It's just so weird.
That
I think
sounds
it's
like
hilarious, personally. But I get
Yeah.
that humor. As a underground weeb, like you can use that like sexual overtones, to be humorous and get away with a lot more grody content, which I think is why Nintendo was like, hey, like I think this is okay for our mature, like sole mature property that we have exclusive rights to. So I think the third one's gonna be, I'll say like The Witcher 3, like where the other two don't really matter, but they've made this one, so it's the third one in the series, but it's gonna be so good and contained that it's like the only one you need to play. So I'm hoping that's what they do with it. Because again, Daniel was the only one that had a
Yeah,
Wii U, so no one else played it.
I might pick it up. Yeah, is it for is the other one? Oh, it is for the Switch. The
Yeah, you can get the
Bayonetta
double pack
2?
for 1 and 2, or
Yeah, I
for the
believe.
Switch.
Yeah, 1 and 2.
Oh, cool.
This is a perfect segue into the topic that actually got me thinking about this. Is I was looking through the Switch eShop, because they have those little tabs for like featured releases, coming soon, blah blah blah. And you look through those tabs, and it's like 90% of the games are these little like $2, $5 games, like, oh, bad girl moves home, or like the fucking summer at the edge of the universe, Steam dolls. Like it's like these weird it's like they made them for like the Japanese like weeb audience, like the Japan side, not for the US side. But
Right.
I'm scrolling through, and it's like, who is buying these games? These are so weird.
There's also like
It's
a
so
mobile
I keep
market
seeing
thing.
I see on TikTok where they're like top 5 games this month that are on sale for like $2, and like it's all like, oh, if you like this cozy game, this one you're a mail carrier and you just deliver mail and that's it. And they're like, it's a good scenic game. I'm like, what? Who
But
wants that?
But again, you're like scrolling through the eShop, and it's like I can't find any game. I can't even find games because, like I said, 90% of them are just these like $2 weird arcade games. They need a completely
Yeah.
separate tab in there for those types of games because it's impossible. I
Yeah.
can't even find anything that might be coming up. And there's like 7 of them releasing like every
Every
other
day. Every
It's
day.
impossible. It's impossible.
I mean, they're running into what happens with like the mobile app stores. It's just like they get
Right.
so bogged down with the amount of content, and I think it kind of falls into like Steam as well, where there's just like a lot of like trash and shovelware in there. I will say some of those are good. I believe it's called like Donut
Yeah, I
Country.
bet you played them.
Me? Not that weeb stuff. No, get that out of here. I don't play weeb trash.
Donut Country.
Donut Country's hilarious. It's like whole IO, but a story-driven game. It's hilarious. Daniel, I highly recommend you get that. As a mobile game enthusiast, I know you are because you download those trash things on your phone all the time.
I always have those little games on my phone. You got games on your phone?
You got games on your phone.
I do have games on my phone.
Yeah.
That's so funny, bro. I mean, I'm just scrolling through, like, some of them still, like, Farm Mechanic Simulator.
Hey,
freaking
are
Kids
you
in
gonna
Yard.
dog on my power washer simulator later?
Yes, make the burger. I mean,
Make the
What are we
burger.
doing here? What are we doing here? So yeah, rant over. Like, I just don't know. What are we doing here, people?
Everybody's got a game to make, you know.
Mm-hmm.
The barrier to entry
I
is
guess
quite
so.
low.
I mean, if we're sending all these people to school to be game designers, they can't all work at freaking Nintendo, I guess.
No, yeah, their senior thesis gets published on the eShop.
Right. That's funny. Okay, cool. I mean, I think that pretty much covers the big games that are coming out. I did want to talk about the Super Mario movie. Can we talk about that for a few
Yeah.
seconds? Because I believe that's coming out, this December.
Oh, so a year from now.
So it's coming out in a year, but it's coming out in 2022. So I have actually never. This is kind of a thing. It kind of got memed into, not into existence, but it kind of got memed into my stratosphere. I knew nothing about it. I just knew that it was happening, and I knew that Chris Pratt was Mario, which
Mario.
I should say the voice of Mario, which is a pretty good choice. But I had not looked at the rest of the voice cast. This is a
Charlie
pretty
Day.
epic cast. This is an epic voice cast, bro.
It's a big cast.
Yes, Charlie Day is Luigi, Jack Black is Bowser, which is like, that sounds so perfect. Keegan-Michael Key is Toad, which is actually friggin' hilarious. Seth Rogen is Donkey Kong. I could probably go
Perfect
without,
casting. He's a chimpanzee in real life, so.
but I would rather see him as Cranky Kong, or like, you remember that? Can you say? I'm not gonna say that. Can you say developmentally challenged? Yeah, the developmentally challenged Kong. Do you remember that?
Oh,
From,
Baby or
Donkey
Kid
Kong
Kong or
64?
whatever. I know who you're talking about.
No, he was like Smelly Kong or something. He was basically like your country bumpkin.
Oh, yeah. Not Lanky
But
Kong.
I feel like Lanky Kong, yes, Lanky Kong. But yes, bro, yeah, this is a pretty Anya Taylor-Joy. I don't know who that is.
Isn't that Queen's Gambit chick?
Yeah, she is in Queen's Gambit.
She's
I never
the
watched
Queen's
the show.
Gambit. That's the main character.
Okay, no, I never watched the show.
Oh, it's good.
It
I
looks
actually
pretty
like
cool.
that a lot. You should watch it.
25. She looks like a little kid. That's weird.
She's a child.
I mean, I guess it has a voice, but anyway, yeah. So, what do you guys think about the Mario movie? Any hype?
Yeah, I think it's really hype. I would have gone with a different studio, but like they made the Minions.
Yeah, Despicable Me.
Yeah. And I guess their stuff looks pretty, so as long as Nintendo is really in charge of it and they're just like farming it out to their animators, I'm cool with it. But like if I hear like a current era pop song in my Mario movie, I will scream out
Well,
loud.
of course you are.
What have you seen like any of like the Hotel Transylvanias or any of those garbage like current
no,
era
I haven't.
animation? Oh my god.
No, I don't have children, so I
Oh,
don't
well,
have to subject myself to that.
I hope you're blessed with children so you could be cursed with the animated movies that they're
Oh, yeah,
interested
it's
in.
coming, brother. It's coming.
Good.
Yeah, I don't know how they're gonna do it, but I'm excited with the cast.
I almost think because none of us can figure out how the hell this is going to look at the end of the day, that's probably for the best. That means that it's going to defy expectations and be really good. I see, like, I really wasn't a huge fan of some of the decisions with the Sonic film as far as putting James Marsden. I only ever see him as, because, like, Hop, that Easter movie with James Marsden and the animated Rabbit and Sonic are essentially the same film. It's like a buddy cop animated travel montage. So that predictability kind of hurt it. So with this, like, who knows what you're gonna get? You got Jack Black as Browser. Like, what do you want?
James Marsden is basically like the just sexy enough but still just goofy enough actor for like the moms to look at when they take their little cross goblins to see like these little random kids movies. He's kind of being replaced by who's the guy who was in Daniel just brought it up on the last podcast too. Is it like Ryan Saves the World, or what is it?
Alvin and the Chipmunks?
Free Guy?
Free Guy. Oh, Ryan Reynolds?
Oh, Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, Ryan.
Don't you dare. James Marsden and
like
Ryan
budget.
Reynolds are nowhere. Do not even put them in the same sentence. Don't you
he's like a
goddamn
budget
dare.
Ryan Reynolds.
Okay,
Budget
yeah.
Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, I was about to say,
That's what
like,
I'm trying to
James
say.
Marsden guarantees your movie a C. You won't get higher than a C, but you won't get lower. So you're just, like, kind of forcing yourself. It's like, this is going to be an average movie. Like, no offense to the man. I don't know the man, but it just seems to be when he is cast, you get a C movie.
Trust me, he doesn't give a damn about what I think.
Oh, good. I wouldn't either. No one should give a damn what I think. Have more self-esteem than that.
Well, I think we covered it all. We gave everyone a nice little bonus extra
Buy
long
merch.
for the
Buy
extra
merch.
long wait.
Buy merch.
Go shop
Fuck.
FNKY.store, funky.store.
Funky.store.merch.
No, it's not. That is not the
Yeah.
one. Funky.store. Go to
Keep
it.
searching things.
Like,
Order
subscribe.
everything. Comment, like, subscribe, comment what you're most looking forward to, what game you're most looking forward to in 2022. And we'll see you next time.
Happy New Year.
GameBrew.